Everybody who comes in here who's like a little older knows where it's from. This was in the basement of the Royal Alexandra Hotel, which was attached to the CPR station just down the street. So that was rescued by a friend of mine that used to be in the auction business, and he ran across it and donated it to our museum. Like this is probably dates back to like late 20s, early 30s, and that's neon. That's the true color of neon. What's interesting about like Turkish baths and stuff, those were places where like people did business. Like men got together and they would do business in the old days. So like my grandfather was a bootlegger, and he conducted all his business at the Obi steam baths. You know, like everybody was naked, nobody had concealed weapons, you know, they went in there and that's where they did business, eh? And
well, we bought the business. There was a steam bath in the lower part of the Royal Alexandra Hotel. See, we started 24 hours a day. A lot of them came in late at night and stayed till after midnight, or stayed even. See, we had little rooms where you get undressed and everything. A lot of space, and was big enough, so 10, 15 people would go in at the same time.
Every Saturday afternoon that we went to the baths. So you could go and have your steam bath, have your shower, and lie down for a couple hours, and then your turn would come up for the massage.
I remember they had a big Russian guy who was just bouncing these guys on the table. I seen him. And every Wednesday night it was ladies' night. Remember I walked in there with a paper one time. All the ladies were screaming, so I had to run out.
Then about 2 o'clock, we would we would order in our dinner, and they would bring it in a white tablecloth and roll it in, and they made a fantastic chicken a la king. It was the best I've ever tasted in the world.
It was a beautiful hotel. When they hired me as a bellman, we had uniforms in the locker room, and there would be about 7 bellmen per shift. Had to all line up with our uniforms, and the head bellman would come in and check you, and he'd check everybody up, and your white shirt had a little dirt on there, whatever it is. He said, "You got a new white shirt downstairs?" And the guy said, "No, I don't." "Then you're not working today. You're going home till you get a new shirt, clean shirt." Well, it was strict. It was really prestigious. It was neatly set up, white tablecloth, silver settings, just beautiful. And they had all the elite people in Winnipeg come for dinners, like Sammy Davis Jr., Mr. Diefenbaker, quite a few times. Oh, I met the Queen in 1957.
That's funny. When the Queen came, I went up. The police had steps up to their place, stood up there. Then the police hold me down. "You can't stand any higher than the Queen. You got to come down." Then some of the guard of the Queen, well, they knew, they just waved and so on. And then Prince Philip came. Would I love to go in there for a treatment instead of having to go along?
This building was built in 1906. What happened was all the mechanical of the hotel was getting on in years. The cost of maintaining it is horrendous. We started on the top floor, worked our way down, right even to the basement. My responsibility was to leave it bare, just for the wreckers to bring the ball in and start demolishing it.
I think maybe Winnipeg started to take pride in their history and in their architecture when Burton,
Bring coming.
no, not Burton, Pierre Burton, you know, he came and he sort of said that the historical buildings were magnificent and they should be given historical designation. And I think up until that time, Winnipeggers didn't really feel that these buildings had the value that they really do. And I remember walking through and seeing this Selkirk dining room, which is what it was called at the hotel. It's called the Royal Alexandra Room in Cranbrook. And it was a magnificent room. And you know, I was with Alan, and we just felt that it was a tragedy that this room should be demolished.
There's a gentleman who came in here from Pembroke, BC. And they've got a great big building in there, and they reproduced this particular dining room to exactly what it was before. So one of these days I'm going to get out there because it's got a lot of memories for me. So that was the Royal Alec.